Now at 6, members of a local gym take on the Murph Challenge in honor of Memorial Day. Plus, PSU hosts a virtual Veterans Day program at the Veterans Memorial in Pittsburgh. And as we wrap up year 1 of a KOAM program, we continue highlighting our journalists and what they got them to do.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A group of local CrossFit enthusiasts gathered together to run a race in honor of Memorial Day. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Jalen Banks. And KOAM Shagun Bondali was there and has more.
Gym members at the Midwestern Built CrossFit Gym in Joplin gathered together to honor Memorial Day by taking on the Murph Challenge.
So it's a workout for Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy. We do it every year. It's kind of a CrossFit tradition, so just another year to knock it out.
The Murph Challenge consists of a series of exercises.
A 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and another mile run. And if you do the real version, do it with a vest.
Although the workout is in Lieutenant Murphy's name, it is also for everyone who has paid the ultimate sacrifice.
It is a workout that I think is a tribute to his legacy, but personally I think this workout is something that we do for all those that did serve and gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Hunter says Memorial Day is important because it shows what selfless sacrifice means.
Realize sometimes what it takes to have such an awesome country, sacrifices made by men and women to have what we do have. As terrible as it is, they had to do what they had to do to make our life better.
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
In Joplin, Shagun Bondali, KOAM News.
Over 30 people participated in the challenge. The GAR Cemetery in Miami today honored fallen veterans with a Memorial Day ceremony. The ceremony included the Colors Entrance March by local Marine Corps, a performance of the Pledge of Allegiance, and a flag ceremony. An opening and closing prayer was led by United States Navy veteran and City of Miami employee Kevin Koch. Pittsburgh State University also honored veterans today with the virtual Memorial Day program at PSU's Veterans Memorial. The program featured traditional elements of Memorial Day ceremonies, including a color guard comprised of cadets from PSU's ROTC program and the playing of taps and singing of the national anthem by PSU music students. It also highlights the stories of several veterans, including Vietnam veteran Rick Fulton, who lost friends in the line of duty.
I know 2 of these people, Rick Ramsey and John Kopfer, here on panel 40E. These are not names to me. These are friends.
The recording of the event can be viewed at any time on the PSU Veterans Memorial page. Pittsburgh State University's president, Dan Shipp, just returned to Gorilla Nation after biking around the state of Kansas. The purpose of the trip was to meet potential future students and to earn money for those students. During the biking trip, PSU earned $7.6 million in pledges and met over 1,000 new friends.
We did it. Over 800 miles covered. We saw some amazing places, had the chance to meet some amazing people, connect with our alumni along the way.
PSU President Shipp says that the ride may be over, but the project itself is still in progress. And now Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with the first look of the weather.
Well, we had a really good holiday weekend weather-wise, Saturday and Sunday, warming up over the past day or two. We do have a lot of clouds out there, and we've been tracking some showers, even a few thunderstorms on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. These are just going to kind of flare up and down throughout the evening hours. Just a few isolated little guys. You can see one little guy just north of Joplin. And most of these are just kind of light to moderate, but over the next few days, when we get a few stronger storms, we could get some small hail and some gusty winds. One little guy there in Chautauqua County. Most of us 80 to about 82 degrees right now. You can see our thunderstorms kind of fizzle apart once we lose the heating of the day. And then after midnight, we may get a few more that try to pop up across the region. So very isolated, but these are going to stick around the next few days. We're going to talk about that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. KOAM and our parent company, Morgan Murphy Media, are giving new journalists the opportunity for a year in-depth training, giving them experience in many different aspects of the newsroom. We're now introducing you to the first group to participate in the program.
The cost of living has gone up significantly.
Ask Carrie Worthen what she thinks about her job, and she might tell you, I'm living the dream.
And why. I wanted to be in the news since I was a little girl.
But as sometimes happens, life got in the way.
There you go. Now pull up when you go up. And I got pregnant. In my pregnancy, I was sick every day, like all day long. It was horrible. So I ended up dropping out at MSSU. I got married, had 2 more kids, and then I got divorced.
Carrie worked odd jobs through the years, thinking that was her life's path, until her mom saw an ad for a part-time news assistant.
I was like, there's no way I'm going to get that job at the news station.
Despite her hesitation, Carrie applied, and a long-closed door to her dream was about to open.
I cried whenever I got the phone. I immediately called my mom and told her, and she was so excited for me. And then you can put that in your pocket if you want to.
Carrie's now a full-time reporter with opportunities to anchor, immersed in a daily masterclass of journalism.
I'm going to be 33 soon. I'm just now getting into my groove. So I have tons more to learn. But I'm willing to do it.
Like so many, Carrie balances work with being mom.
Put your hands up there.
3 grade school kids who she says kept her moving forward during difficult days.
So when I got a divorce, I was like, I was depressed. I didn't know what to do. Like, I felt like my life ended and it was a rock bottom. And so I didn't think it could get any better. Without my kids, I wouldn't be where I am today. My kids are the reason that I go to work every day. They're the reason I wake up every morning. They're the reason I work so hard.
Carrie says that today she's in a good place, co-parenting with her ex-husband, growing professionally, relying on her faith, and the strength that comes through adversity.
Everybody has stories. Everybody has hard times. But I realize that you can either use those as excuses or as motivation. So yeah, I had hard times growing up, and I went through a divorce, and there's times that I had no money in my bank account. But I can either dwell on those, or I could use this motivation to never be back there again. So now I just move forward and let my past push me.
Lessons she hopes her kids carry with them as they pursue their own dreams.
You can find more information about the program on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Coming up, the Department of Social Services issued a statement about Missouri families waiting on summer grocery benefits. We'll take a look. Plus, as the weather turns warmer, health experts are warning parents about the dangers of leaving children in cars. Missouri families who were promised emergency pandemic grocery funds last summer are still waiting, even as another summer is beginning. Pandemic EBT is a federal program administered by states. Last summer, it was designed to provide a one-time deposit of $391 per eligible child in grocery benefits to assist low-income families. Last week, the department issued a statement saying, teams are in the final stages of testing data files so that they can administer the summer benefits. As the weather starts to get warmer and you're taking your kids out and about this summer, it's important to check the back seat before you get out of the car. The National Weather Service says it only takes 25 minutes for the inside of the car to reach 100 degrees when it's just 73 degrees outside. Children are also smaller and have thinner skin, making it much easier for them to overheat. Officials say, don't ever leave your child, even if you think it'll be quick.
Today, if it's 80 degrees, if you leave your child in the car, even just 10 minutes, it can be 100 degrees in the car. And you think that cracking the window would help, but it really doesn't. It doesn't make enough difference to keep our children safe.
Officials say checking the back seat in the summertime should become a habit. A little later, Pitt State track are back after the 2023 NCAA Division II Men's Outdoor Track and Field Championship. Brock Baldridge will let us know how they did in sports.
Plus, thunderstorm chances sticking around most of the week. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, I hope you had a great holiday weekend and, of course, having a great Memorial Day. Overall, we've had pretty good weather. A few isolated thunderstorms for us this afternoon, but in general, it looks pretty good. A lot of cumulus clouds out there. Of course, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort looking just to the west of Seneca, Missouri. All right, allergies, not good, but still up there. We're in the moderate range today, an 8.1 out of 12. Tomorrow, a little bit lower, a 7 out of 12. The main allergies, grasses, hickory, and mulberry. So if you are a sufferer, you're going to have some issues over the next few days. A little bit cooler on the Kansas side where they've had thicker clouds and a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Everybody else is sitting into lower 80s. But we do have a lot of clouds. Here's 7th in the range line. Southerly winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour through the evening. If you guys are doing an outside dinner, looks great, 70s, 60s. Most of us down to about 64, but we are going to have a few hit and miss isolated thunderstorms, kind of like what we have out there right now. These are going to kind of pulse up, pulse down throughout the evening hours. Very hit and miss. One little guy just to the north of Joplin, some showers, Chanute, Fredonia. We got a thunderstorm just to the northeast of Sedan. Little guy right there popping up just south of Independence, just to the northwest of Coffeyville. So we do have these isolated little guys, a few more down toward Tulsa. And this is what we're going to see tonight and then popping up each day throughout the week. We have these weak little upper level waves. You can see a couple little kinks in the winds here, and that's what's producing these scattered showers and thunderstorms. So let's step through the next 48 hours for you. Upper 60s tonight. Here's midnight, eventually low to mid 60s, but a few isolated little thunderstorms. We can't rule those out. Through the morning hours tomorrow, partly sunny skies, warming near 80 by the noon hour. And then once again during the afternoon, isolated to scattered thunderstorms. I think about 30% of us will get rain tomorrow, so we're going with a 30% chance for rain. Any thunderstorms die down tomorrow night. We drop back into lower 60s once again. On Wednesday, very similar. Heat up into the lower 80s, scattered afternoon thunderstorms. Maybe a little bit more widespread on Wednesday. And these guys could be a little bit stronger too as we get into Wednesday afternoon. So something we just want to keep our eyes on. All right, day planner for you. 65 to start, 81 by noon. High temp tomorrow of 84, backing down to 81 by 4 p.m. And again, we'll have those hit and miss little thunderstorms during the afternoon. Here's your 7-day and eventually 10-day. So scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, 84, scattered thunderstorms again, 84 on Wednesday. Thursday, a little lower chances, and then they increase again Saturday and Sunday. Temperature is warming a little bit, mid to upper 80s as we move through next week, and we definitely need the rain. It is going to be hit and miss, but we'll take it whenever we can get it.
For sure, and then obviously when it's not raining, we'll enjoy those temps.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Doug. Still ahead, the I-70 series between the Royals and the Cardinals almost saw some history. And the Pittsburgh State Gorillas return home to Pittsburgh after winning the national championship in men's track and field. We'll go over the details next in sports.
Well, on Saturday, the Pittsburgh State Gorillas won the 2023 NCAA Division II Men's Outdoor Track Championship. The Gorillas made the trip back home to Pittsburgh, where there was plenty of fans and supporters there to meet them. The Gorillas were welcomed back to Pittsburgh on Sunday night. Pitt State brings home some hardware with them. The Gorillas have now won back-to-back NCAA Division II titles. Pittsburgh State combined for 66 points in the 3-day championship meet. The next closest team had 47 points. Kyla Davis, Cordell Tinch, and Anna Childress all took first place in their events. The Gorillas have now captured 4 titles between indoor and outdoor track.
I knew it was going to be hard and tough with all the girls, and so my mindset was just to do what I've been doing, and I've had a really good practices leading up to this competition, so I knew if I just did what I've been doing, it would turn out really well.
A lot of emotions up and down. I mean, it was a roller coaster, making sure that our guys, stayed calm, but also understood, to make sure they got excited for it, to make sure they stepped up and did what they needed to do to get the job done.
They did it last year prior to me getting here. We did one an indoor. We went in, yes, we were banged up as a team, but we knew that, if everybody did their part, we'd still be able to do it again just because of how talented these guys were.
Well, today is the annual I-70 series between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. There's a chance for history on this Memorial Day between the two rivals. Royals at Cardinals in Busch Stadium. Let's get things started on the top of the third. No score. Vinny Pasquantino pulls us down fair down the right field line. Nick Prado comes to the score. Pasquatch is in there at second. Royals take a 1-0 lead. Top of the fifth now. MJ Melendez hammers this into the gap. Salvador Perez, get on your horse. He is rumbling around the bases, and he is going to get in there safely. Royals go up 2-0. Kansas City had a perfect game going into the 8th inning. So then we go to the top of the 9th now. Kansas City starting to pour it on. Bobby Witt Jr. solo home run into the bullpen. Jr. makes it a 6-0 game. Later in the inning, Michael Massey, take a good look. You won't see it for long. 2-run bomb. Royals take game 1 of the I-70 series. Kansas City wins 7-0 over St. Louis. Well, the NCAA Division I baseball regionals were announced earlier this morning. Many close regional teams were able to get in, but some did not make the cut. Starting off in the Fayetteville region, the Arkansas Razorbacks will be at home. They start off by hosting Santa Clara. The Razorbacks will either play the winner or loser of TCU and Arizona. Over to the Stillwater region now. Cowboys did do enough in the Big 12 tournament this weekend to give themselves a chance to host a regional. The Pokes will take on Oral Roberts. They will play the winner or loser between Dallas Baptist or Washington. Then finally, the Oklahoma Sooners were one of the last few teams to make it into the tournament, and they did just enough. Oklahoma will have to travel to Charlottesville, Virginia. They will play East Carolina in the first round. The Sooners will play the winner or the loser between Virginia and Army West Point. Unfortunately, Kansas State was on the outside looking in. The Wildcats were unable to be selected to play the NCAA regional tournament. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. There's a deal on Capitol Hill to avert default. But does the debt deal have the votes? We'll take a look at what's in the budget bill. Plus, a woman is sentenced after taking a plea deal for a fatal shooting in Pittsburgh. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
I'm sure you guys want to see the 7 days. So
Doug is back. All right, what do you have for us, Doug?
All right, 84 for us tomorrow, 84 Wednesday, then warming 86s Thursday and Friday. But pop-up afternoon thunderstorms each and every day, but we need the rain, so we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, for sure. Brock, we got a lot of postseason stuff going on.
Yeah, we do. It was great to see the Pitt State men's track and field team. Lots of confetti and champagne going there. But also Heat Celtics. I know you'll be watching that game closely tonight, Jalen.
The Miami Heat.
We'll have a final score update here tonight at 10.
Okay, sounds good. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.